Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna solve the number 1381, design a stack with increment operation from Leetcode. So it is a medium level problem. So we have to design a stack which supports the following operations. So all we have to do is implement the custom stack class. So custom stack initialize object with max size, which is the maximum number of elements in the stack, or do nothing if the stack reaches the max size. So we have function push, which adding x to the top of the stack if the stack hasn't reached the max size. And we have pop function, which pops and returns the stack, top of stack, or -1 if the stack is empty. And we have increment function that increments the bottom k elements of the stack by value. If there are less than k elements in the stack, just increment all the elements in the stack. Alright, then let's see the example. First, we're gonna initialize this custom stack as a size 3. We're getting size 3 stack from first, and we're gonna push the elements in the stack and push 3 and 1 and 2. Because the size of stack is 3, after we try to push number 4, because it is already full, so I'm gonna just pass this function. And we have incremental function that, and when we give 2 and 100 as parameters, we're gonna add the value from the bottom of the stack. So because the numbers 2, the bottom 2 numbers will be added to 100. So the 3 becomes 103 and 1 becomes 101. Alright, then let's implement all functions from the beginning. First, I'm gonna use the vector as a stack, and the index variable for the index of the stack, and the max size, which is gonna be stored the maximum size of the stack given from the constructor. So in the constructor, we're gonna define max size is equal max size from the parameters, and the index will be -1 at the start. And so before we implementing the push functions, I'm gonna make 2 functions, which is bool function, is full function, and its empty function. Those are the functions that decide the stack is whether the stack is full or not and is empty or not. So it will return the index equal max size -1, and index will equal -1, because if the index is equal max size -1, it means the index is already top of the stack, right? And if index is -1, it means that there are no elements in the stack. So after we make those two, using those 2 functions, I'm gonna implement the push functions. So first, if the stack is full already, we don't have to put the elements in the stack. So I'll return just nothing in here. And we because the size of the vector is not determined before, so we have to check whether the IDX is stack as size of -1. If it satisfies this condition, it means that there's no space in the vector anymore. So we have to use the pushback function to put the element in the stack to enlarge the space of this vector, and index will be increased. And if it is not, it means that there's a space in the vector already, but we're gonna just put the function in that index. So all we need is just put the element in this array and increase the index in here. So all we need is that in the push function, and we're gonna implement the pop function. So we're gonna check if it is empty or not. So if it is empty, I'm gonna return -1 as the explanation, and I'm gonna return index, the elements at this index, and I'm gonna decrease the index after we pop it. So all we need is to implement the increment function. First, if it is empty already, we don't have to do this, and I'm gonna return it. And I have to check the scope, how much elements we have to increment with the value. So I'm gonna check if the if k is bigger than idx plus 1, it means that if the k is bigger than current index plus 1, it means that we have to increment all elements in the stack. But if k is smaller than index, we have to just increment bottom k elements from the bottom of the stack. So if its k is bigger than idx plus 1, it means we have to increment all elements in the stack. And if it is not, we're gonna just k -1. So as this way, from the bottom of the stack, which is the index will be 0, and until scope, I'm gonna increment all elements in the stack with value. So I think it's done now, and let's check it. Alright, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you guys this was helpful. See you in the next video. Bye.